Hey everybody, happy Thursday. I wanted to make a quick video for you guys. I had a little downtime and I wanted just to kind of make a quick video. I had an idea, a thought that I could log into one of my older AdWords accounts and show you a couple of the campaigns that I had running for a skincare company. Basically, this AdWords account is what took this company from zero to about $2.5 million in just 8 months time. And I just wanted to show you sort of the amount of traffic that you can get from the Google Display Network and give you a little bit of the behind the scenes of what I did in this account. So I just kind of wanted to show you kind of what's possible with Google AdWords, specifically the Google AdWords Display Network. So here I am, I'm logged into my account for my old skincare company that I sold about 1.5 years ago. And I have 2 campaigns that are currently active. It's not sending any traffic right now, but they are set to active for whatever reason. But when I was running traffic to this specific skincare company, I really only had 2 main ads, or 2 main campaigns that I ran. I had a text one, and then I also had an image campaign. Okay, this was before the Google Display Network started doing the dynamic ads, where you'd create one campaign and then they would not evenly rotate. They would basically switch back and forth between text ads and image ads automatically. So this was before that. That's why I have 2 different campaigns here, one for text, one for images. So anyways, I set the date range from June 1st, 2016 to January 17th, 2017. And I just want to show you a few things. So when I got started, I was sending 0 clicks, and then it went up to 1,152 clicks. And then it just slowly started scaling. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're running your Google Display Network campaigns, you want to start with your budget lower. I think I started at maybe $250 a day. That's higher than you really need to start with. But then as you scale, let's say, for example, it's set to $250 a day, and you're starting to get like decent conversions. You don't want it to set your budget from $250, and you don't want to double it to $500 and then a day later double it again. Just because Google has the traffic out there. Okay, you want to do it slowly. Typically what I would do is I would start with, I'm gonna open up a text file here. So I would start with $250 a day, and then as conversions were going well and I wanted to start scaling, I might go up to, let's just say, $350 a day, and I'd let that run for maybe 5 days, maybe 7 days, probably about 5 days. And then I'd bump that up to maybe $450 to maybe $500 a day. And then I would and then I'd let that run for another 5 days, 7 days. And then I ended up, maxing out at about $4,200 a day with this one campaign. And then on an image campaign, I ended up at $1,100 per day. And I was still scaling this one right here, but I ended up selling this company. So I kind of stopped at $1,100 per day for that campaign. So at this point, I was spending about $5,300 a day on this skincare company in the Google Display Network. So I'm trying to think of just random tips to share with you guys as I'm showing the account here. The main things you want to keep in mind when you're running Google Display traffic is you want to start with one campaign. So I didn't start with both of these. I started with just my text campaign. Okay, and then I would split test different ads. So I'd set up one campaign. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this. And then I would set up one ad group. So this was the keyword that I was targeting, the main keyword for the ad group. And then I'm gonna click on that. And then I would have one ad, okay? And okay, so I would have one ad. And I'm going to blur out a couple things just in this video, just because this is going up on Facebook, just for privacy reasons. So if you see something blurred out, that's why. But anyways, so I'd do one campaign, one ad group, one ad, and then I would target maybe 3 or 4 different keywords for the specific ad. And again, this is not Google search. This is the Google Display Network. So when I say Google Display Network, what I'm talking about are the ads that appear on other people's websites. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'd pick 3 or 4 keywords with this one ad, and then I would just let it run at my $250 a day, ad spend budget that I would start with. And then what you're going to notice is you're going to start getting clicks, you're going to start getting traffic. And then what you can do is you can go into the display network tab here. So if we click on that, and then you come over to placements, and then you can actually see the different sites that your ads are showing up on. Now I don't know, since these ads are old. Okay, yeah. So you can see there's a bunch of different sites, and then you can see conversions over here, and then cost per conversion. So what you're going to notice is over time, you're going to see sites that are making you sales, that have, cost per conversion where you want them, so lower than what you're actually making. And then you're going to see sites that are terrible, sites that aren't converting at all for you. They're sending a lot of traffic, but they're basically wasting all your ad spend because they're not making sales for you. So what you might do then is you come in here and you check the checkbox, and then you would click on edit and then exclude. And I usually would exclude from just the ad group. So that's basically your job for optimizing your AdWords campaigns. So you're going to be optimizing your sales funnel. So you got to make sure you have a good sales video, a good sales funnel. And then you're just going to come in here every few days, and you're going to weed out all the crappy sites. You're going to keep the good sites. And then slowly you're going to notice that your conversions increase, your traffic on those sites is going to increase, and your AdWords campaigns are just going to get better and better. And basically you're going to be just printing money. It sounds crazy, but if your sales process is set up right, if your sales funnel is set up right, if you have a great offer, then you have great upsells in place. The actual AdWords part is pretty easy. There are a lot of different little things that you can do to tweak things. But if you have a great offer, if you have a great sales funnel, you can actually be just kind of average with Google AdWords and still make tons of money. So I'm going to go back in here to ad groups, and then I'm going to come to my campaigns, and then I'm just going to show you some of the stats for my campaigns. So this one right here, you can see that this one campaign, I spent $355,186 between this date range here. So what's that? June, July, August, September, January. So like, what's that? 5 months. So in 5 months, I spent this bunch of money just on that one campaign. My average position, so on the other sites, I was about in the 1 or 2 position on the sites. I got 7,311 conversions. Okay, some of these I was selling, like 6 bottles of this skincare product. So I had 1, 3, and 6 bottle options of these. My cost per conversion was only $48, and on average for every one of these conversions, my customer value was about $170. So, and that wasn't counting rebills or anything. So let me just do the math here. Take a calculator out. $170 minus the cost of $48.58. So for every one of these, excuse me. Oh, and then there was cost of goods also. So let's just say it was like cost of goods, so to ship it as well. So let's just say I was spending like $12 to like get the product and ship it and get it to the customer. So for every one of these conversions, I was making $109. So over $100 for every single one of these. And once this was set up, I really wasn't doing much of anything with Google AdWords. Okay, I was tweaking things, I was excluding sites, I was doing small things here and there. But if I wanted to, I could have just let this just run by itself. Okay, and if I wanted to make more money, I would just come over here to the budget column, click, it's $4,200. I would just up it to like $44,500, click save, and boom, Google's gonna send me more traffic, and I was gonna make more sales. It was, a pretty crazy. It's just a pretty crazy system. But again, the magic isn't necessarily in Google AdWords. The magic is in the sales funnel. So it's in how good you are at writing sales copy, how good you are at creating an offer, how good you are at creating the upsells, your emails, and that entire like sales sequence. The higher you can, the higher your customer or your cart value is, the more you can spend on advertising. So the more you can pay per click. So for example, I was paying 31 cents a click here. If I was willing to, spend more money on a click, so let's say I was willing to spend $1 per click, which I couldn't, but let's say I could spend $1 per click and I still make a profit. There's so much more traffic than just $4,200 a day. I could be spending, $15,000 or higher a day, $30,000. For a supplement company, we were spending $100,000 every single day on Google Display Network at our peak. And that was because we had an awesome sales funnel set up. So anyways, hopefully this is getting you guys excited. The Google Display Network is my favorite source of traffic in the entire world. I like it better than Facebook, better than Twitter, better than email marketing, better than any sort of social media. Google Display Network is where it's at if you can get your offer converting where it needs to be. So there's that. And if you guys, I do have a question for you guys. So if you are interested in actually seeing the site that I was using for this skincare offer here, so you could see my sales page, you could see my sales funnel, and you can actually sort of model that for your own business. I'm willing to show that to you, and I actually do show that in a web class that I've created. So my question is for you: would you be interested in spending some time on a free web class that I have set up? If so, let me know down in the comments box. So anyways, the information I'm going to share on the web class, it's awesome. Showing this one specific funnel. This is just a small piece of the information I'm going to share in this web class. So anyways, if you're interested in attending the webinar, just enter yes or let me know in the comments box below, and more than likely I'll send you a link to the web class. So anyways, thanks for your time again, and I will talk to you soon.